Welcome back to another episode of NBA 2K12, another simulation of the 2024-2025 season. In our second game, we're off to Oakland, California this month in real life. It was the return of Klay Thompson of the Golden State Warriors and the simulation for 2012 roster when Curry and Thompson still teammates when the Golden State Warriors during the rookie seasons. So second game in Oakland for the Dallas Mavericks and the Golden State Warriors. I have a favorite team, have the control for Dallas Mavericks. It's going to be a great game with Dirk Nowitzki still in the lineup. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll be right back after this. And now, it's time for the action to resume and send it over to Kevin Harlan.
This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, fans. Saturday in the NBA. It'll be Dirk Nowitzki and the Dallas Mavericks facing off against Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And now our broadcast swings out to Oracle Arena, where Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr will have the call.
We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. It's the defending NBA champion Dallas Mavericks facing the Golden State Warriors. So glad you can join us for this presentation of 2K Sports in the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan joining me, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Marion and Dirk make up the forwards. Carter is out there with Jason Kidd, and it's Odom in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Golden State, Monte and Curry in the backcourt. Jarrell Wright is out there with Thompson, and it's Lee in at center.
And the Warriors have had very little success over the last 15 years or so, but they've got new ownership in place, so there's hope. They've got some good young talent. They've manufactured their cap situation, and they're trying to bring in as many good players as possible. I think this has a chance to be an excellent franchise.
And it's the Warriors to start out. And Wright kicks to Curry. Over Nowitzki, and the basket by Curry. Strong blocks there, Steve. Ironically for the Warriors, some of the best moves the Warriors have made recently didn't involve a trade at all. Like Monte Ellis, for instance, Clark, he was supposedly going to Memphis.
Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, sometimes the best move is no move. And they need to keep adding talent, but you got to manage your money wisely. You got to be smart and creative. If you're going to trade away a key player, you better make sure you get significant value in return.
That drops.
So tough for the defense to get out to the three-point line in transition.
And here is Ellis. And it's Carter picking him up. Ellis dishes to Lee. Over Carter. Out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Curry! Lee!
Here's Ellis. Over Carter. And Monte Ellis. And
3 out of 4 from the floor, so good start for this guy.
Well, I tell you, Monte Ellis is so unbelievably quick. A great scorer, but tremendous athleticism, a huge part of his game as well.
Nowitzki, good.
3 straight makes to start this game, looking good.
Now we'll go to Dorisburg, who had a chance to talk with head coach Mark Jackson.
Kevin, he told me that basically on the defensive end, if they can do a good job on their outside shooters, everything else should fall into place. He said, listen, if we can force them to work the ball inside on a consistent basis, we feel like we have an excellent chance to win. We'll see, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Devising a strategy, Clark, to take away that three-point shot.
Yeah, I think it's an important part of your defensive game plan because teams nowadays are just too good to not defend them from behind the three-point line.
A few years back, Ellis badly injured his ankle in a moped accident that we all read about, and there were some concerns whether it would slow him down. Steve, you see any change in speed?
Not at all, Kevin. I mean, he looks as athletic and as quick and strong as ever. And I think the big thing with Monte, he's really matured. He's developed a more professional approach to his job and his career, and he really works at it, and his conditioning and his skill set. So he's become an excellent all-around player.
On defense, the Warriors. Kicks it out to Nowitzki. Beyond the arc. That's good. Nowitzki's got 7.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball. He's got so many ways to hurt you. I mean, he is really an offensive force out there. You know, you look at the stops in Carlisle's coaching career, guys. I mean, almost every year he's good for 50-plus wins, no matter who he's coaching. But never able to get the team all the way to the top until last season. You can't help but be happy for him.
The Mavericks leading. Vince Carter on the wing. The 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
I like it. I mean, he dropped the dime on him right there, guys.
1:51 left to play in the first.
Go back to Rick Carlisle for a moment. You know, it's funny because he had trouble finishing off strong seasons just like the Mavs, but they were able to accomplish their goals when they got together and brought home the title to Dallas.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, Dallas may not be the toughest team defensively, but they're very smart. They do a nice job of avoiding fouls and keeping teams off the free throw line.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Ito's checked in for Wright, and it's Rush in for Monte Ellis. And then for Dallas, Brendan Haywood, he's checked in for Odom. And it's Terry in for Sean Marion. And here is Lee, following Jason Terry's 3. And Steve, you brought up the fouls. Part of it, Clark, is that they aren't overly aggressive on D, but another part is they're maybe too critical too.
Yeah, you got to have the right mixture of aggressiveness and caution. You want to strike a balance there. Dallas is really shutting the team down with the D, but they're not giving games away either with silly fouls, and that's how you got to approach it from their standpoint.
From downtown, and Steph Curry gets the 3. Curry's got it.
Answering right back with that 3.
It's a good old shootout. The fans are enjoying this show.
Carter left side. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase him off the three-point line.
Now, here's Thompson. Looking for his first bucket of the game. That is good.
You know, nice work getting inside that time. I mean, that's the spot where his height advantage is really going to pay off for him, and he used it.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Nowitzki, good.
Well, you love getting off to a start like this. He's 4-4.
And that makes the rim look huge. You start making shot after shot, then it becomes an easy game out there.
13 feet out, and the Warriors take on 2 more.
It has been all offense here early.
It sure has been. I mean, both teams clicking, and it's been an entertaining game as well, guys.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 6.
And they set the tone there defensively with their shot blocking. They've been really intimidating down in the paint area.
You know, in the rest of the game, Steve, shooters will be looking around for the shot blockers because of what's happened in this quarter.
And we'll get back to the action right after this. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Here's Terry.
You know, looking at Vince Carter in his prime, I thought he was one of the greatest scorers and dunkers in the league. Maybe top 5 in both categories, but now at 34 years old, he's grounded.
All through that, and ready to go as we set the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. As the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Monte and Curry in the backcourt. Jarrell Wright is out there at Beatrice. And it's Thornton in at the three. The small forward. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris. Well, Doris, that's something they could definitely use.
And he can finish with either hand around the basket. I mean, part of it is just getting the ball in close, where those little half hooks are easiest to drop in.
And here is Ellis, following Jason Terry's three. Terry gets the reach-in call. That is his first foul of the game. I'm talking about Vince Carter, not one to ever make excuses, but you heard through the grapevine, Steve, that his knees are starting to be a problem for him.
Well, Clark mentioned his age. I mean, that's just the reality of playing in this league, particularly. Somebody like Vince Carter, who's a high flyer, think about all that impact on his joints and his knees and his ankles. It takes its toll. And you know, his days as a superstar are behind him, but Carter still with the ability to be an effective player out there.
Well, it was another tough season, Kevin, for Beatrice. I mean, a year ago, his scoring and rebounding rates dropped off 2 seasons in a row, and he stayed relatively healthy. I mean, his confidence has to be shaken right now.
Now you threaten the defense inside and then find the open man on the outside. Good offense.
Guarded by Odom. Outside for Curry. It's stolen by Odom.
Boy, a lot of darkness there. No daylight to get that ball through.
Blocked. Marion against Wright. Outside for Curry. Fades and shoots. And good on the basket. Curry's got 15 points. The part of the issue for Beatrice has been his difficulties in the free throw line. 2 seasons ago, remember this, Steve? A record low percentage of 16%.
Yeah, and again, last year, Kevin, near the bottom of the league in percentage, about 32%. And the problem there is when you're afraid to go to the line as a big man, especially, you lose your aggressiveness. Beatrice with, I think, a lot more potential than what he's shown production-wise the last couple of seasons.
Here's Law. Now Ellis.
Get there, get there.
Defended by Carter. That's blocked. Mavericks leading by 7. Gives him the lead pass. Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Thornton.
Tell you what, the defender made a nice recovery there. Looked like he was beaten, but he still managed to challenge the shot.
And once again, the Mavs were a terrific road team last year, winning 28 games and losing 13 away from Dallas.
Now here's Wright. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. 6 to shoot. Shoots from 12. And it's Lee. That time on the assist by Wright.
Very well done that time. Found the best look possible.
Clark. Don't think of them that way, but the Mavs have been a great team on the road for quite some time.
You know, you do overlook that, Kevin, until you look at the numbers. I mean, I'm not sure why it is, but they consistently are at the top of the NBA in road wins year to year. Even closed out their second-round playoff win last year on the road. That's always impressive. You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
And Nowitzki backs in. And they retain possession. Some changes for Golden State. Andres Biedrins is checked in for Wright. Thompson comes in for Al Thornton. And it's Rush in for AC Long. Dallas also making some changes. Haywood comes in for Lamar Odom. Jason Kidd is subbed in for Delonte West. And then Carter with the dunk.
Slamming it home off the alley-oop. Remarkable.
Well, his eyes got wide as he went. Up for that one.
And he timed his leap perfectly to meet the pass at the top of its arc.
Here's Ellis. He lays it in. Ellis has got 8 points. Mavericks leading by 3. Nowitzki covered by Lee. Nowitzki kicks to Carter. Nowitzki for 3, and yes, sir, that one drops. He's got 12.
You know, guys, I'm pretty sure when everybody else leaves the gym and goes home, Dirk Nowitzki just sneaks back into the gym and kind of hangs out at that foul line area. He's so comfortable at the elbow and at that high post area. He just shoots right over the top of everybody. It looks like a layup for him.
And let's catch up with our sideline report. Doris Brooke. Doris, over to you.
Well, so confident is owner Joe Lacob that he has signed a contract with the Golden State Warriors fans. His goals include reaching the playoffs and having an all-star. And if these goals are not met, the fans will receive gifts and ticket price changes for each goal not met. A unique strategy to be sure, guys.
Thank you, Doris. We'll see how many of those goals they meet.
Yeah, you talk about backing up your talk. I mean, fans have to appreciate that gesture from the Warriors brass.
Back to what Steve said about Dirk. With his height, Clark, that elbow shot is virtually impossible to go.
We call it ATM time. Cash. Because when he gets it there, nobody can bother him. And he also can go by you. He's unorthodox, but he can still, because you have to respect that shot. He has the option to drive as well, but
The question there was who was going to finish it. Easy, fast break.
yeah, you know what? And I think they made the right call there, Steve.
Here's Carter, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 5 assists tonight. Ellis outside. He's picked up by Kidd. Good one. And he hits the jump shot. Ellis has got 4 points this quarter.
I think he's done his part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
And Nowitzki backs in. And another basket for Dallas.
Well, they've got to do something defensively because he's been unstoppable.
And defensively, Steve, your only choice now is to double him. I mean, I don't think there's another option.
Here's Kidd. Takes it up. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul, team's first. At the line for the Warriors, Jason Kidd.
And Kidd, no good on that one. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
What a great game for Vince Carter in this one. 22 points, and he's hit 4 from beyond the arc. A weapon with those 3-point shots.
Yeah, you said it. I mean, he is using the long-range jumper to deadly effect, Clark.
We'll be right back here live from Oakland.
Glad you could join us this Saturday night. It's time for the HB Halftime Report. A terrific start for the Mavericks. Phenomenal work on the defensive glass. They're boxing out. They're hauling it in every time. Quite a show being put on by Vince Carter. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. And no quitting the Warriors. They came to win. Their bench has given them a huge lift offensively, coming up big. Stephen Curry with an amazing start. The buckets are coming for him at a tremendous rate. He's really dialed in. Great effort on the court by these two in the first half. We'll see if they can carry the load again in the second. Time for us to wrap things up. Let's get back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you next time.
And as we return a terrific view of the Oracle Arena here in the Bay Area, Oakland, California. And taken away by Ellis.
Well, he was being overly optimistic there, thinking he could make that pass.
On the floor for Dallas, Marion and Dirk make up the forwards. Jason Kidd is out there with Carter, and it's Odom in at the center position. Kidd passes to Nowitzki. Carter working against Ellis. Vince Carter the bucket on the assist by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, I really thought the Warriors made an effort to improve at the defensive end of the floor, and I thought they did, but not as much as they would have liked or needed to be a more competitive and consistent team.
Now here's Lee, back to Curry, fires for 3, gets it to go. Curry's got 18 points in the game.
He is not the guy you want to leave open behind the arc, guys. I mean, you got to understand who you're defending.
Going back to the Warriors' defensive issues, let me ask you first, why do you think they struggle?
Well, you know what? They don't have much size, and they struggle at the rim in defending the basket.
Steve?
Well, I think playing that fast pace leaves you vulnerable in transition at times. So to get better defensively, they may have to slow down their offense a little bit, guys.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
The Warriors last season played the Eastern Conference teams to a draw as far as wins and losses. But in the Western Conference, which is obviously deeper, they were just 21 and 31.
Here's Curry, 18 points for him, backing down his lead. It's a go. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 6 points for David Lee. Going for the Warriors, Steve, who's talking about that Western Conference. Record 21 up and 31 down. A lot of shootouts. But how do they come away victorious, Clark?
Well, I think the front office has hit it on the head. I mean, they've said they focused on needing to get longer and stronger. In the West, you got to have the body to bang with the big boys. So they've got to get not only longer, but stronger, bigger.
Nowitzki for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
He has looked very comfortable from three-point land today.
Well, the bulk of his points, that's where they've come from.
Here's Ellis. He's picked up by Kidd.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Three-pointer. And again, it's Nowitzki with the 3.
For 3.
Nowitzki's got 8 points in the quarter. Warriors trail by 17.
Well, Vince Carter always had a knack for hitting tough shots, and with his length and that athleticism, he knew he could create space and shoot over the top of defenders.
Gets it to go. 14 points for Ellis.
Well, no defense there. I mean, he just takes the ball right to the rim.
Here's Kidd. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Stephen Curry. And Vince Carter certainly, Steve, could hit some tough shots. The downside, Clark, was, of course, sometimes maybe he settled for tough shots.
And those tough shots, Kevin, only get tougher as you age. I mean, the years accumulate. You have to get creative. It's just not as easy to fool or bamboozle defenders to get easier shots.
Some coach told me that the hardest thing in coaching in the NBA, Clark, is coaching an aging superstar. And we're looking here at Vince Carter, and he is in that category right now. One time he was the show in the league. Sometimes your mind says yes, but your body says no if you're that player.
Yeah, we call it a crisis of identity. It's a tough thing to deal with, particularly on the stage of pro sports.
Curry hits the bucket.
He's done a ton to help his team, guys, and he may have to do more if they're going to come back and win.
Out to Carter. Three-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Curry dishes to Thompson. Right from outside, another 3 for Golden State.
I'll tell you what, he'll be quite contented to sit out there beyond the arc and knock down shot after shot if they're going to play defense like that. Tighten it up out there. Boy, they just cannot figure out a way to stop this guy this quarter, Kevin.
Warriors trail by 16. Here's Curry. And this one, goaltender. Caught the shot.
This guy has such a great feel for the ball to get a finger roll like that to go.
David Lee's checked in for the Warriors. Ellis comes in for Thompson. Sean Marion, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Terry comes in for Pinchas Stojakovic.
You know, Dallas survived the Blazers in round 1 and had to deal with a much bigger threat in L.A. in round 2.
Puts up the baby hook. Again, Golden State.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in the second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Terry with it. 9 points in the game so far. Pass to Marion. Nowitzki outside. Launches it. Another 3 for Dallas. Back to the Mavs for just a moment. What a message they sent, Steve, by sweeping the Lakers in 4.
Well, that was the point where you knew they were a championship caliber team. I mean, they were.
Watch out below. Run for cover, young fella. Well, maybe the play of the game right there.
An alley-oop slam is always going to be at the top of the list there, Clark.
Yeah,
You're right.
That's one of my favorite plays in basketball, guys.
Shots good by Ellis. 20 seconds left to play in the third. Nowitzki kicks to Carter. Again, the Mavericks score.
Just adds to what has already been a great day for him.
Here's Ellis. He's got 18. Fires, high post, and that one's good. Ellis has got 10 points here in the second half. Here's Marion. Nowitzki for 3, and that one's good. And the Mavericks lead by 21.
Another 3, and we can see a barrage from long range here in the second half.
Well, they have come out blazing, and defensively, it's hard to deny that shot. I mean, that's a lot of ground to cover when a team spreads you out like they do.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Dirk Nowitzki having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, so far in this one, he's played a different role than normal, but he's done a nice job as this team's playmaker here today.
And all of it's worked for the most part. I mean, he might not be known as a dime dropper, but after this game, he will be.
The Mavericks on top, just dominating this one. It's time for the fourth quarter and time to check in with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark Report. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. It's the Mavericks with the spark of the game with that big push we saw. The team got on a hot streak in the second quarter, started scoring in bunches, and haven't let up since. It's the main reason why they head into the fourth with this great lead.
Okay, Doris, thank you. And that run, Clark, really changed the complexion of this game.
Yeah, it sure did. I thought it stirred something up in them that got them on a good run.
Yeah, got the ball rolling for them, and they were able to keep it going from there, guys.
They've got David Lee. Thompson is out there with Al Thornton. Then there's Ellis, and it's Law in at the point. That's the Warriors 5. Ellis kicks to Law. Ellis the pass to Thompson. 5 to shoot. Kicks to Law. West picks him up. Goes up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Peja Stojakovic.
Boy, how good were the Mavericks last year against the Western Conference? They won 35 times against Western opponents.
Going back down to the Mavs, they didn't win the division, Clark, but they nabbed the 3 seed in the playoffs. And that played a nice part of it.
Yeah, you know, they edged out the Thunder by 2 wins, and the difference there was the record of those 2 teams against the Western Conference. So I know it's a long season, and sometimes it's hard to value every game. But when you're a playoff team, a contending championship team, every game does mean something during that regular season.
Absolutely. Here's Ellis. Terry covering from about 19 feet. And again, Monte Ellis. Ellis has got 14 points here in the second half. Terry dishes to Stojakovic. The pass to Marion. Again, the Mavericks score.
What a marvelous job they've done of sharing the basketball. A ton of assists.
Well, they know where each other is all the time. They're moving the ball, just finding the open guy. Nobody seems to care who scores.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, Marion will never get back to his days at Phoenix when he was a 20-point, 10-rebound guy, but still a very versatile player on this deep Dallas roster, and he can be very effective in a number of ways for the Mavericks.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andres Biedrins is checked in for Lee. Wright comes in for Monte Ellis. And Steph Curry is subbed in for AC Long. Thinking about Marion some more. He's versatile enough to really help Dallas in a lot of areas, as we saw in the playoffs.
That's exactly right. You can slot him at either the 3 or the 4 spot, and along with Dirk Nowitzki, I mean, that can cause some major headaches for a lot of other teams in the league.
Curry kicks to Thompson. Guarded now by Jason Terry. Biedrins passes to Thornton. Over Nowitzki. And here comes the break.
He's been a big part of his team building this lead. Another solid offensive effort.
Here's Curry. Defended by West. And Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 13 points in the second half. Mavericks leading by 22. Carter kicks to Nowitzki. Biedrins shot him. A fadeaway. And another basket for
That's a very crafty move right there. When you're giving up height, it's time to unleash the fadeaway.
blocked.
This is a nice lead they've built. Very good job controlling the glass this game.
You've got to be pleased as a coach to see how your team is boxed out. Very fundamentally sound basketball. And that's the problem when you don't protect the ball.
Exactly. When you surrender the ball like that, you put your defense at a huge disadvantage.
Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin and Steve. I mean, everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
That makes it so much tougher to defend, too, when you have to account for all 5 offensive players, and the ball just moves so quickly. It's tough to defend that.
Timeout called the Warriors.
When you put the isolated cam on the Warriors, I mean, normally pretty tough at Oracle Arena. Even though they haven't been much of a playoff contender, the crowd still shows up and gives them tremendous support.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Lee comes in for Andres Biedrins. And it's Ellis in for Al Thornton. Then for the Mavericks, Lamar Odom is checked in for Marion. Stevenson comes in for Jason Terry. And Jason Kidd has subbed in for Delonte West. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Curry with the three. Yes, and it's Dallas picking up the assist. 31 points for Steph Curry. Clark, you're right on it. Warriors last season, 26 up and 15 down at home, an 8-game improvement to the prior year. Steve, not bad.
It's not bad at all, and that's pretty much a 10-game improvement overall. So the next step for Golden State is to figure out how to win on the road. If they can do that, this is a team that could possibly be in the playoffs next season.
Here's Kidd. Nowitzki kicks to Carter. Here's Nowitzki. Carter outside. The shot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Carter's got 4 this quarter.
They are just lighting him up from mid-range area.
You know, sometimes we forget about the value of the mid-range or in-between game. This team has made 8 of their last 10 with that shot, the in-between shot.
And here's Kidd from the arc. Another 3 for Dallas.
And that should do it. This is an insurmountable lead.
Yep, there's too little time left, too big a deficit to overcome. This one,
Here's Kidd. And Curry picks him up defensively. Kidd kicks to Nowitzki. It's up against Thompson. He faded back on that one to give himself some room. Nowitzki's got 44. The shot by Curry. Again, Golden State.
Nice little run here, but it may be too little too late.
Yeah, I agree. Just not enough time, Steve. The clock is their enemy, not their friend.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And he knocks down the first time. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, Mark Jackson signed on with the Warriors this last summer. He could be a fit for them with his background as a pass-first point guard. He certainly talks like a coach when you hear him analyze games.
So good. On the run, knocking down that shot. That's tough.
Shoots. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist by Odom. 47 points for Nowitzki. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Thompson. Another 3 for Golden State.
He's scoring pretty well on just a few attempts. It might help them out if he was a bit more assertive.
Dallas calls timeout. Guys, your thoughts?
It's almost like they're rubbing it in a little bit with this timeout, guys.
Yeah, not really much to talk about. Let's get the game over and move on.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Peja Stojakovic comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. And it's Marion in for Deshaun Stevenson.
That's not what they needed there, that's for sure.
Here's Curry.
That's going to do it. I don't think they have enough time here now.
This one's in the books.
Easy shot. Again, Golden State.
He is red hot. I'm not sure how you slow him down.
I'm not either, Steve. Whatever they're throwing at him, it's not working.
I think that may do it here. They're trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Well, just adding to the lead as we approach the final buzzer.
Ellis outside. On the wing. And a great assist by Drew. As that one goes in.
That pass was right on the money. Set the play up perfectly.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Steve, and Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
Thanks for watching, guys, and see you tomorrow for one game. Sunday for the first game, and then second game will have Monday. So the first game will have the Hornets Thunder on Sunday, and second game was the Grizzlies and the Lakers. Thanks for watching. This is Andre Kenshin. We'll see you tomorrow on Sunday night. Sign off and peace out. Good night.